Hi, brothers and sisters. International Diabetes Federation stated that in 2012, there are more than 371 million people live with diabetes in the world. Unfortunately, half of them don't know if they have it. In fact, the number of people with diabetes is increasing in every year and in every country. Besides, there are 4.8 million people died due to diabetes during 2012. Therefore, have you started ways to prevent diabetes, brothers and sisters? If you still answer that, I'm still young, it's impossible for me to have diabetes, kindly think again, because we don't know when diabetes will attack us. In the reality, there are 100,000 youth with age 20 until 29 years old died during 2012 caused by diabetes. Brothers and sisters, in this occasion, I'm Nursupriatna. I will invite you to aware about diabetes. Even though we are still young, but we never know when diabetes will attack us. Therefore, doing some steps to prevent is better than spending money to treat diabetes. Brothers and sisters, through my speech now, I will deliver some points about diabetes. After listening my speech, I wish you can do some ways to keep with your future and keep your body stay healthy. We have already known that there are almost 190 million people with diabetes in the world don't know if they have it. Actually, what is diabetes? According to World Health Organization, diabetes is a chronic disease that occurs either when the pancreas doesn't produce enough insulin or when body cannot effectively use the insulin it produces. It means our pancreas cannot work well and insulin doesn't work well to regulate blood sugar. Brothers and sisters, there are some types of diabetes, and some of them are type 1, type 2, and gestational diabetes. Yet, type which often attack us, the young generation, is diabetes type 2. Even nowadays, it also occurs in children. Life is sweet, isn't it? Therefore, don't let your sweet life be scraped by diabetes. If you still perceive that I'm impossible to have diabetes, think again and again. Have you had medical checkup? Knowing the diabetes earlier will help you so much to understand next steps to heal your diabetes. It will be dangerous for you if you don't know that you have diabetes and left to the preventing steps. I have noted some bad effects of diabetes for our life from World Health Organization website. Diabetes can damage the heart, blood vessels, eyes, kidneys, and nerves. Besides, there are some common consequences of diabetes that I have collected from some research. First, diabetes increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. 50% of people with diabetes die of cardiovascular disease. Second, diabetes is among the leading causes of kidney failure. Third, combined with reduced blood flow, neuropathy in the feet increases the chance of food occurs, infection, and eventual need for limb amputation. Diabetic retinopathy is an important cause of blindness and occurs as a result of long-term accumulative damage to the small blood vessels in the retina. 1% of global blindness can be attributed to diabetes. Thus, the overall risk of dying among people with diabetes is at least double the risk of their peers without diabetes. Brothers and sisters, we have already known about the meaning and the impacts of diabetes. Now, I will tell you about the symptoms of diabetes. These symptoms will help you enough to identify whether you have diabetes or not. Symptoms of diabetes is usually include to excessive excretion urine, thirst, constant hunger, weight loss, vision changes, and fatigue. Those are the common symptoms for all types of diabetes. Brothers and sisters, what do you think about diabetes among youth? According to American Diabetes Association, diabetes rate increased significantly among American youth. What happened in America, perhaps it also happens in some countries in the world. Some diabetes researches among youth show some facts. First, children and adolescents with diabetes are not only at risk for complications such as neuropathy, many already show measurable signs of it. This could increase their future risk of lower limb amputation. Second, youth with type 2 diabetes are more likely to have protein in the urine than youth type 1, suggesting they may have a greater risk for kidney disease later in life. Third, a pilot study which looked at a subset of youth with type 1 and type 2 of diabetes found early indication of cardiovascular autonomic neuropathy, which is damage to the nerve system regulating the heart and its vessels, suggesting that these youth are at increased risk for future cardiovascular disease. Fourth, researchers also found that youth with diabetes who watch television for 3 or 4 hours per day had a higher A1C and triglyceride levels than those who watch less television. Other lipids, such as cholesterol, did not appear to be affected by duration of television watching. Therefore, brothers and sisters, research which are done by American Diabetes Association show us that nowadays diabetes not only attacks old people but also attacks children and adolescents. From some facts which are mentioned before, we can conclude that one of cause diabetes among youth is our lifestyle. Brothers and sisters, don't let our life is gone because of diabetes. We can make our life stay sweet forever without diabetes. How come? I have already prepared 5 ways to prevent diabetes based on ARP magazine. I think these ways are easy ways that we can apply in our daily life to prevent diabetes. First, eat breakfast every day. According to Andrew Odegaard, a research associate at the University of Minnesota, what we suspect is that the consistency of eating a daily breakfast helps control appetite and caloric intake for the rest of the day, which help prevent weight gain. Besides, eat breakfast every day reduces our risk of getting diabetes by 34%. Therefore, brothers and sisters, try to eat breakfast every day. Second, increase your sleep. The Boston Area Community Health Prediabetes Study shows results that sleeping less than 6 hours a night is associated with a 60% higher rate of diabetes. Besides, a lack of sleep also causes spikes in the hormone cortisol, which raises insulin levels and causes blood sugar imbalance. Therefore, brothers and sisters, scheduling your sleeping time is important to keep our body stay healthy. Third, eat more fruits and vegetables than meat. According to Amanda M. Fritz, Senior Research Fellow at the Cardiovascular Health Research Unit at the University of Washington in Seattle, people who ate processed meat like hot dogs, breakfast sausage, and luncheon meats at least twice a week had a 63% higher risk than those who are them less than twice a month. The reason could be that eating lots of cured meats is associated with greater weight gain and a higher obesity rate. Therefore, brothers and sisters, try to decrease eating meat and change it with vegetables and fruits will help us to reduce diabetes risk. Fourth, throw away your cigarettes if you are smokers. The American Diabetes Association states that smokers who quit reduce their risk of developing diabetes to that of non-smokers within 10 years. Meanwhile, lighting up raises your likelihood of developing diabetes by 40%. Therefore, brothers and sisters, which one do you prefer? Be a smoker and have 40% higher diabetes risk, or stop being a smoker and decrease your diabetes risk? The answer is yours. Fifth, get moving. Fred's team at the University of Washington showed that adding just 3,500 steps a day was associated with a 29% lower risk compared with those walking less than that amount. Therefore, brothers and sisters, I believe that only doing 3,500 steps isn't easy work for us. In fact, to prevent diabetes can be started from little things around us. Just make your body move. It has already burned some calories in our body. Well, brothers and sisters, I have already delivered all about diabetes, meaning, effect, causes, symptoms, and preventing ways. In fact, preventing diabetes is not hard. Don't let our sweet future is gone by diabetes. Remember 5 easy ways to preventing diabetes. Eat your breakfast every day. Increase your sleep. Eat more fruits and vegetables than meat. Throw your cigarettes if you are smokers. And get moving. Let's keep our sweet life longer without diabetes. Thank you for your attention, brothers and sisters. See you next time. With regards and goodbye.